Apologies for the loud air conditioning noise, it's 100 degrees where I live right now. While I'd normally make this another review where I talk about how pretty the game is visually, how solid the voice acting is.
Hey, are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
The music, the overall atmosphere. And how absolutely scary it can be. Yes, for me it was scary. I know some don't feel that way, but luckily there's a story-only mode where the enemies ignore you basically, save for like the scripted events where you need to run away. I think I'm going to focus on the narrative here primarily. There's plenty of other reviewers in this already oversaturated platform that is YouTube who talk about all the other aspects of this game, and I still might here and there, but this will mostly be a story-based video. So please go play SOMA and then come back, because if you've never played any of Frictional's other games, like the Penumbra series, which I still haven't played, I'm trying to make my way through it eventually, or the Amnesia games, which I'm making my way through now and trying to review them, I think you definitely should play SOMA. Or, I mean, even watching a movie version like I normally suggest on these videos, I highly recommend you just suck it up, buy it, play it, and enjoy the experience. SOMA is award-winning writing and storytelling that I don't think some lame Hollywood adaptation could ever do this narrative justice at all, because of how video games make you think and feel, and that interactivity with them is part of that process. Playing them, getting immersed, and inhabiting these various characters is what makes them special and beyond a simple, mediocre film or TV adaptation from ridiculous Hollywood that is crashing before our eyes. SOMA took me roughly 13 hours. Granted, it's really an 8 to 9-ish hour long game, but lots of those hours were me cowering in fear during the horror sections, pausing to take a break and then coming back later. And it's precisely this, being this scared, and especially me, I get scared really easily, being fully immersed like this is what makes video games special. There's going to be massive spoilers ahead, so again, please go play SOMA, come back later, and avoid the comment section on this video like the fucking plague. Just don't even look, don't scroll down when you're watching this video or listening to me talk, just ignore it, click away. The last thing I want is for anybody to come to this video and get spoiled because they weren't warned or because they checked the comment section and avoided it like I told them to do. Do not read the comment section, please, for your own safety, mental safety of this video game that I'm about to spoil for everybody who has played it or just doesn't give a shit about spoiling. SOMA starts off with a quote from the prolific cyberpunk author, or at least it's a quote that's been attributed to him for like years. Reality is that which, when you stop believing in it, doesn't go away. Reality is that which, when you stop believing in it, doesn't go away. PKD, Philip K. Dick, was a prime believer in simulation theory, and perhaps even the person who came up with it in the first place. I don't know. In my Googling and research for this little video, I couldn't find anyone before Philip K. Dick who spoke about simulation theory, and if simulation theory sounds a bit weird to you, then you might know it as matrix theory, or in other words, we are all trapped in the matrix and we are all trapped in a giant simulation.
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Christ.
The quote from PKD could be attributed to simulation theory if you so wish it, of course. What this quote is telling me, though, at least, and how I interpret it, is our reality is exactly that. It's ours. My experience of this thing called life, even playing SOMA, is entirely different than yours. But that doesn't discredit your experience, nor does it discredit mine. It's almost as immutable as gravity because it is my experience as opposed to yours. So, what happens when we apply that theory to video games, and most importantly, to SOMA? In SOMA, we inhabit the body of Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon Jarrett?
Yeah, that's me.
A bookstore worker who gets into a car crash. We wake up from a nightmare of said car crash and are quickly on our way to a doctor who can help us with a brain injury.
I'm Canadian!
Simon's brain was injured from this car accident, and he only has a few months left to live, but hopefully with this brain scan he will live longer if the doctor can experiment and find some form of treatment.
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in. Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your thesis work?
Yeah, it's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction, to help people like you.
So, what exactly are we doing?
We're going to do a scan of your brain. Then we build a computer model of it and bombard it with stimuli. In short, develop the perfect treatment for your condition.
With this brain scan he will live longer if the doctor can experiment and find some form of treatment. We meet the doctor, Dr. Munchie, put on a giant camera helmet, get our brains scanned, and upon removing the helmet, find ourselves in a strange retro future looking area like it's a bad dream.
Will this hurt?
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
That's so. Well, let's hope they're wrong. Ready? Say cheese.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
What happened? Hello? Mr. Munchie? Did something go wrong? This isn't funny. I'm not supposed to put myself in... This is kind of stressing me out.
It turns out we are hundreds of miles underwater. We find a talking robot who thinks he's a human.
What the hell happened to you?
What are you?
Are you blind? It's me, Carl. Carl Semkin.
Are you human?
Shit, did my body give it away? I try hard staying a mystery. Yeah, I'm human.
There's this strange black goo and tentacles oozing everywhere.
It's called hentai, and it's art.
Find a diving suit for us to Bioshock our way to around this underwater facility. We also find someone else in this abandoned underwater facility.
Are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some. What do you want to know?
Where to even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is that really important?
No, I mean, where did you work at Pezos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected. Did you come directly from Toronto?
Yeah, I did. And it was very unexpected.
Have you seen any people? Like staff or field technicians?
Only robots, crazy ones.
This is also strange.
You're telling me. What was that? Whoa!
What's going on?
I think this place is about to collapse. What do I do?
Simon, come to Lambda.
How do I get there?
There are sound trains connecting all the sites. Find one and come here. I'll wait for you.
So we make our way there, avoiding some creepy stuff.
Stay out. This is important. No!
Catherine?
Be quiet. Don't look at it. There you are, upright and everything.
No, not you two. I was really hoping you were human.
Don't let the circuitry fool you. I was human once.
Can't take anymore. Everything's fucked. I give up. There's nothing left.
Calm down. It's not the end of the world.
You sure? It sure as hell looks like it. For all I know, there's no one left except for me.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I meant any humans left except for me.
Have you looked at yourself lately? You're a walking, talking diving suit with some electronics slapped on for good measure.
I don't...
You don't want to think about it? We'll start thinking about it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this. I want out.
Before you do anything hasty, could you help me with something?
What?
I was trying to find out what happened with my project when that brute knocked me to the ground.
Your project? How could anything possibly matter when you know you're a stupid robot in a stupid dead world?
Okay, focus. I need you to fix me so I can get back to work. Then you can sulk as much as you want.
You gotta be kidding, right? I think I have a better chance of building myself a time machine than of putting you back together.
I just need to access the computer. Oh, is that an Omni-tool you're carrying?
Oh, the door opener? I picked it up at Upsilon where I woke up.
That'll have to do. Plug it into the terminal.
Sure, whatever.
When Simon went in for his brain scan, it worked. His brain was successfully scanned. Later, much later, like hundreds of years later, he wakes up after the scan was inserted into a robot. The keen-eyed listeners might be able to figure this out by listening to the sounds of his walk from the beginning to when he wakes up. It's actually a really cool detail, and it was the immediate thing that I noticed, and I called something funny in the beginning. Yes, Simon is in the future, and he's a robot. Thus begins the entire philosophical horror aspect
Place, right?
SOMA. I can't praise this game's narrative enough. I haven't questioned my life, probably like ever in a really long time, but this one made me really question it. What it means to be human. What is a soul? What really defines everything? Does God exist? Heaven? Yada 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 yada. Until I played SOMA. I really didn't question any of that crap until this game, and that's how you know you have a good narrative. The personal human crisis that Simon goes through, we as players also go through, and it's only amplified by the incredibly strong dialogue and solid voice acting of this game. Even if the scary stuff makes perfect sense, because as we learn, the Black Hentai Tentacles, also known as the WOW, or the Warden Unit, is a non-sentient AI whose prime directive is the preservation of humanity at all costs. Will it keep us trapped in a personal hellscape that's meant to ease our conscience while we slowly get transformed into some unfathomable monster? Because that's what it thinks or perceives as the right thing to do? Probably. Will it evolve this hellscape to be more of a strange Matrix loop while we slowly go insane? Possibly. It's the closest thing that we have to an antagonist here, because at this stage of its evolution, yes, it also evolves, it's simply acting on its prime directive, and has what seems to be a base understanding of humans. It's slowly mutating the environment is simply for survival. If we are all mindless barnacle creatures in a dream we perceive as real, we need an environment so we can at least survive. Hence the creepy environment and the creepy barnacle monsters.
Hey, are you...
Don't hurt me.
Can I help?
They won't let me die. Nothing is allowed to die.
What happened?
An accident. Fixing the power. I was going to Theta.
Anything I can do?
If you see Masters or Holland, tell them I need help. Okay? Amy needs help.
Shit. Are you okay? Are you okay?
I don't know. I want to go home.
Fuck.
It just turns out the environment is pure nightmare fuel, and the things the WoW turns us into, perceive us, and to preserve us and keeping us alive, remember it's only acting on its prime directive, are some of the scariest things I've seen or heard in a video game possibly ever. It even mutates the animals. The WoW was the one who woke Simon up. It saw Simon's construct wasn't fried or anything, and acting on its directive, implanted him into said robot body. Hey everyone, Editor Calypso here. While I was going over this video and talking about Simon waking up from the WoW and everything, it struck me as a revelation that possibly the intro of the game, where Simon first wakes up from the nightmare, goes to the doctor's office and does all of that thing, like the basic intro, riding on the train, etc., is the WoW's way of slowly coming to grips and allowing Simon to sort of accept that he is now a robot and in the future. I don't know why this just jumped out at me, but in reviewing my footage, the subway train and the train that you take to get around Lambda Station and everything is the exact same texture and looks the exact same. Again, we're trapped in the Matrix, and this was the easiest way for the WoW to sort of assimilate Simon into this new path of life, or unlife, or continuation, let's say, and it was the only way to really do it. It's actually mind-boggling that this just struck me instead of while playing the game. It's one of those, oh, now I get it, stars above. But hopefully you guys can sort of see it too. I'm going to play a couple of clips to maybe help you guys understand where I'm coming from, but that just crossed my mind right now while editing this. This is better than what happens to Terry Akers. Terry Akers is actually the most frightening thing ever in video games. Eventually, after being haunted by Johann Ross, most of the game, Ross being the main creator of the WoW, we have a choice to either kill the living AI or not.
What the hell is that?
Heart. It controls all the structure gel on Pathos 2. All you need to do is poison the imprint, and the heart will unwillingly spread it across Pathos 2, killing it. Feed it, Simon. Push your arm into the heart. No! You can't leave! We're not done!
Please, I did what you wanted.
You did good, Simon. But you can't leave. The only way to make sure the WoW stays dead is to destroy the only one who's immune to the new pattern. Don't worry, I'll make it quick.
Oh God!
I chose to kill it because while the WoW was only doing its job, maybe death is actually a better option in this case compared to whatever the hell happens to you inside the WoW. And I mean, come on, who wants to be in one of these? Just look at Ross. The other side of the coin is the Ark, also a Matrix-like environment. The only difference is we know we are trapped in the Matrix this time. We know we are just AI constructs scanned into this simulation we now call life. I think that's what makes SOMA so interesting and great. It's not scared to ask these questions. We don't get games that make us question life often. I'm sure I've played a few, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. So if you guys can think of any other game that's Philosophy Simulator or whatever, let me know, please. Name a game or a bunch of games that make you question your own existence, please. That would be great. I would love to do a video on a bunch of games that just make you question what life is.
You did really good back there, Simon. We got a slight delta detour, but we're back on track.
Yeah.
We should touch down on a cargo platform just outside Theta. Then we just head inside, grab the Dunbat, and head down the abyss. 4,000 meters. That's a long way. We don't have to worry, though, because with the Dunbat, the Ark could have been in the Mariana Trench. It'll hold for anything.
That's great.
And then we can start listening to other people when they talk, because that's how conversations work.
What? Oh, sorry. I just can't stop thinking about what we've become. It's clear that we're no longer human. But then how can I feel like Simon? How can I feel like anything at all? I mean, technically, I don't have any ears, no mouth. Christ, that's a weird thing to think about. I mean, I'm making sounds. I'm still saying things.
You sure are. Okay. Your new body most likely has senses similar to those you had as a human. And your mind, only knowing one way to perceive the world, superimposes that skill set on top of your new features.
So my mind is covering it up, pretending nothing's different.
If it didn't, you'd probably be incapable of interacting with the world at all. And the stress would either kill you or make you go insane.
So I've found a good balance between awareness and ignorance. Does that mean I shouldn't think about this stuff, or are my thoughts actually making me go? Could I tip the balance by suddenly gaining some insight and go insane?
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, we have real things to deal with. Saving mankind, remember? Speaking of which, we're closing in on Theta. I'll eject the Omni tool. As always, don't forget to take me with you.
Kath, before you go, the artificial intelligence you mentioned in the escape vessel?
Yeah, the Warden unit, the WOW.
Is it the WOW's fault that we're like this? I mean, it seems like something an unreliable AI would do.
I suppose it set the ball in motion, but it's not directed with purpose. It's really complicated to explain how machines think, Simon. Concentrate on getting inside Theta, okay?
Earlier, I mentioned Catherine. She's your AI construct sidekick throughout this entire adventure. She's a great character. She serves as the exposition dump figure, pretty much, but also is your anchor into this world that is Soma. It's also interesting to note that throughout the entire experience, you only know her from her perspective for about an hour. Thanks to this video here that gave me that exact perspective. You unplug and plug her back in with your fancy door opener, and whenever you do, she sort of goes to sleep without dreaming. Her words, not mine. Close your eyes at night, and seconds later, it's the next day. Yeah? Well, that's Catherine. Simply fall asleep, blink, and then you're awake. The stakes are high here. You are the last chance for what remains of humanity's survival. And I forgot to mention that there was a meteor that wiped out all of Earth, and whoever was underwater were the last living humans until they either got eaten, essentially, by the WOW, or downloaded themselves into hard drives to get aboard your Ark Matrix world. So naturally, with all of that, you are going to bond pretty quickly with someone. It's just so interesting that you, Simon, are wandering around for hours or days even, trying to do this one thing. But for Catherine, it's a few minutes at a time. I have no idea how I would handle any of this, and I'm pretty sure I would just give up and try to die or something. I have no idea. It's frightening. Okay, I'm going to talk about the ending now. So, if you've made it this far, that's really cool. Thanks for watching, and congrats, you made it this far to the end of the video. If you don't care about big spoilers, turn off this video now, okay? It's okay, and I'll completely understand, and go play Soma yourself. But I'll give everybody a few seconds to say goodbye and everything, and I will see you guys later. Here's the ending. Just countdown now.
I did not expect it to end like this. Should have jumped the climber back to Omicron.
Finally, we have the biggest, most horrifying thing that Soma does. And that's the entire concept of copying yourself over to something else. This gets brought up multiple times and shown, and every time, it sent me into an anxiety attack. Like, no joke, it's the most frightening thing ever. Here, just watch.
can't believe we're doing this.
It will be fine.
Then why don't we put you in the suit?
I was gonna suggest that if you refused.
You'd go without me.
I need to do this, Simon. This is important. I need to launch the Ark.
You'd really do it? Change body?
Yes. If you want to stay here, I'm not gonna stand in your way. I don't want to tell you what to do.
What would it be like before? Close my eyes and then...
And then open them again.
All right. Let's do it.
Thank you, Simon. Go sit in the pilot seat in the next room. You might need to boot it up. Sorry about any discomfort. This should be over soon.
It's like having your picture taken.
Well, with the most expensive camera in the world.
You know, Indian stock photos would steal their souls.
In this case, they'd be right.
There must be something wrong. Can't you run a diagnosis or something?
What was that?
No, it's just...
Why was it still talking?
It's the same like before.
Catherine, why was he still talking?
That's how it works, you know that.
What do you mean?
You know it's not magic. You were copied. The sleeping Simon in the seat was copied, and now you are here, just like Simon lived on in Toronto.
God damn you, Kath. 2 Simons? There can't be 2 Simons.
What did you think would happen?
That you were gonna take my mind and put it into another body, like a brain transplant.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't work that way.
You realize how messed up this is?
Please, I didn't mean to upset you.
How did you expect me to react to this shit?
Please stop.
You're fucking disgusting. What's gonna happen to him?
He'll sleep for a while, a few days.
And then what? Wake up in this fucking nightmare again? All alone? So cruel.
Well, what do you want me to do with him? Make friends? Let him know that we have to leave him behind when we go into the abyss?
What if he didn't need to wake up?
You'd do that?
I don't know. Maybe.
There. I set it up for you. Hit the switch if you want to drain his battery. He'll die within a minute. I'd rather not stay plugged in any longer.
That was Simon 2. It's the same Simon we've played as for the past few hours, only he copied himself to another body so he could get to the Ark. Once Simon transferred to another body, Simon 2 could either wake up or not, depending on your choice. And this goes back to the very beginning of reality does not stop being reality, and that Simon, if he lives, might have different experiences and will shape him to be different than core Simon, Simon 2. Also, when we do switch, are we the same Simon? Are we a different Simon? Does it really matter? What happens? What really happens when we die? What really happens when we copy our consciousness over?
Are we done here?
Yeah,
Activate the climber, please.
sure thing.
Take a seat and we'll be off.
Have we figured out what happens when we die yet? Is that even possible? Is there some kind of afterlife? Do you think my place is taken? The real me died like 100 years ago. Is there still room for me? And what about the Simon I killed at Omicron? What do you think, Catherine? Is there a heaven full of redundant copies of the same people? Is there someone up there who called me an imposter? It's dumb luck, right? I woke up in the right body. I basically flipped a coin, and if I had called the wrong side, I'd be rotting away at Omicron. I mean, there's nowhere to know, right? You didn't hit the make sure Simon wakes up in the right body switch, did you? Not that you would know. I mean, he would still claim to be the right Simon. Christ. This is awful. We did an awful fucking thing. And you wouldn't mind? Why would you? How could you know that it's not me, the me that I am, the same that I've always been? Please say something. I don't want to think. Please.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to upset you.
Say anything.
When I was little, I used to climb the stairs all the way to the top of the building. And I can still feel how I had to, tuck my arm so I could push the heavy steel door open. Well, the first time that I dared go up there, I stepped out onto the roof and watched the smog rise and fall over Taipei. I got all the way up to the corner ledge and, I felt the warm wind in my hair and the sun was setting and the streets below were shadowed by the tall buildings. The people pushing through the crowd flowed like paint from an artist's brush. Street food vendors filled the air with aromas of all my favorite foods. For a brief moment, I felt connected to the world in a way that I never had before. It was the most profound feeling of comfort and sense of belonging I could ever hope for. I really never felt the same way again, but I went up to the roof many times after. I'm not religious, but I can see why people would be. The privilege of being makes a strong case, at least every once in a while.
Do you still feel that sense of awe? Even like this?
Things are different, but we're still here.
What's the point of going on? Everyone's gone. All the people still left are digital copies trapped in computers at the bottom of the sea. We'll never be able to rebuild or reclaim what we were.
Are you really so unhappy being what you are, or is this about the man who went for a scan 100 years ago?
Both, I guess. When I was back in Toronto, even the worst case, the darkest futures I could predict, they at least included my previous life somehow. I feel so uprooted. There's nothing here that I recognize, nothing that makes me feel like I belong. Even if we make it to the Ark, would it be any different? I'd still be alone. No friends. No family.
You could make new friends. I'm sure everyone would like to know the time traveler. If not, you still have me. I know it's not much, but why have we stopped moving?
The power blacked out for a moment. Think it could be the atmospheric pressure. It's pushing pretty hard, really testing the limits of my suit.
Don't worry, it should hold.
Comforting.
It will hold.
Does time freeze when you're not powered?
Time feels omitted more than anything.
What's the difference?
I don't feel like I'm being held back or hindered. And I don't have the opportunity to reflect on the time I'm missing. It's simply missing.
Sounds like sleeping without the dreaming.
Yes. But generally you anticipate when you're about to sleep, and there's a natural continuation since we tend to wake up where we went to sleep. My experience is more like an ever-changing moment that never really seems to find closure.
Sounds kind of like a movie being edited live.
I suppose so. I guess it sounds exciting, but it really keeps me activated to the point of exhaustion.
It's rough.
Could be worse. Could be a time traveler stuck in a body made from black goo.
That'd be the worst.
And then to top it all off, we have the biggest gut punch in like all of narrative storytelling that I've ever played. I'm serious. I know I'm hyping this shit up like nobody's business, but I have never felt this devastated. Actually, I have. There's been like 3 times in a game that actually made me cry, and this is one of them. The other 2 are things I will talk about later. But man, this hit me fucking hard, and when I tell you I cried big old man tears, I'm not lying. Just Jesus Christ. Just imagine going through all of this. Simon 2, everything, and then this happens.
What are you waiting for?
Just bracing myself.
Well, push the button when you're done.
Here we go. No turning back.
Thank you, Simon.
You don't mention.
It's an amazing thing you did. And I want you to know I appreciate it.
Time, 20 seconds.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth in the future.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
You gotta be kidding me!
5, 4, 3.
Come on, load!
2.
Yes! Fuck yeah, we made it! Woo! I'm still here. I'm still here. Catherine? Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell happened? What went wrong?
Nothing. They're out there, among the stars. We're here.
No. We were getting on the Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then why are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied onto the Ark. You just didn't carry over. You lost the coin toss. We both did. Just like Simon at Omicron, just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
No. This is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there. Catherine and Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you crazy? We're gonna die down here with those fuckers living at large on a spaceship. They're not us. They're not us.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds of thousands of years of human history survives, that something lives on.
No. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Catherine. You lied. And I believed in you. I trusted you. You said we're getting on the fucking Ark.
We are on the Ark, you idiot. I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance. You
Fuck! Catherine? Please don't leave me alone. Catherine? Catherine?
Utter devastation. Absolutely utter devastation. It hurts my soul just to think about while I'm recording this audio for this video. Like, I really can't explain just how fucking wild this is, man, and how crazy of an ending this shit is. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And like, throughout your entire adventure, you know, this is told to you. You're told this multiple times that this will happen. Nothing changes. But I imagine, I'm stuttering now, but I imagine that Simon getting dropped on his head, Simon getting into the car accident might have to do with him being kind of stupid, but the fact that you can replay this now and multiple times it's gone over that this will happen is bonkers to me. And the fact that you're not psyching yourself up for this, preparing for it because you're in the moment and you are playing as Simon, immersed in that experience, it makes it all the worse. Makes it all the more wild that this is the fucking ending that we get. Like, and it's only compounded and made even worse if you let Simon 2 live. That means there's 3 Simons virtually alive, all living the different experiences, and 2 of them are stuck in nightmare fuel. Possibly. I like to imagine that if you didn't kill the WoW, because if you did, then you're totally fucked. Oh shit, that's the other thing. If you didn't kill the WoW, Simon 2 and Core Simon can go back to the WoW and get sucked up and live in like a WoW consciousness and just be stuck there forever while the WoW evolves, maybe eventually creating a better Matrix construct than the nightmare fuel one that you originally get trapped in for this one section with Terry Akers. Then you have the other Simon, who's now in the Ark, living a peaceful life with all the other AI robots, while his other consciousness is stuck down on Earth, trapped possibly whatever. The only other option I could think of is I would take off the expansion suit that you have to put on to get to the Ark and just die. I would straight up just die. I would kill the WoW, kill Simon 2, and then just fucking die, dude. No goddamn way am I going to live through this experience. I would hope that your memory... See, that's the whole thing. It doesn't even work like that your memory transfers and gets transferred to the Ark. No, it's a different copy of Simon. Same Simon with all the old experiences, but because it's a new Simon that is inside the Ark now, living rent-free with all the other robot people on this space station, he's happy and fine. I don't even know if he actually thinks about the other Simons that are down on Earth. It's absolutely insane, and my head hurts just thinking about it. So as the title says, Soma absolutely broke me. Emotionally, mentally, emotionally, physically. It just made me tired as a game. It's a fantastic fucking game, and please, maybe you'll want to replay it, I don't know, but if you've made it this far, I'm sorry I spoiled everything for you, if you've been warned, but, like, please, go play Soma. I don't know, oh man, it hurts my brain. It really hurts my brain and my soul. Oh man, Soma really fucking broke me emotionally, but that was Soma. Like, I think everything else visually, graphically, it's all fine, perfect, dandy, whatever. But the story really is the best part, and you owe yourself to play Frictional Games. Like, sure, they might not be scary to you, but narratively, I think they're all pretty much of a banger. So, I've been Calypso. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Check out my other reviews on this playlist over here. Bye for now, everybody. Ugh, I'm gonna go cry in a corner. Just Soma. Oh, man.
Whoa. Is this... Did it work? Catherine? Catherine! I can't believe we actually made it.
Well, we did.
I'm so relieved.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's all right now.